Picture this. It's 11:47 on a Tuesday night. A restaurant owner in Tampa just finished the dinner rush. She's exhausted. She finally sits down, and her phone rings. A catering inquiry, a big one. 30 people, a Saturday event, the premium package. She doesn't answer. She's done for the day. By 9 a.m. Wednesday, when she calls back, that customer has already booked with the competitor down the street, the one who answered at 11:47 p.m. Not a human, an AI expert employee. That's not a hypothetical. That's happening right now, every night, in every industry. And that wait gap, the invisible gap between when a customer reaches out and when you respond, is where revenue is won or lost in 2026. Welcome to Always on AI, the podcast for business owners, entrepreneurs, and leaders who refuse to be left behind in the 24/7 customer responsive economy. I'm your host, Bob Frazier, founder and CEO of Digital Workforce 360. For 30 years, I've been a business owner just like you. I started an office products company with 2 people and grew it to 65 employees. I felt the pain of staff quitting without notice, staff scheduling nightmares, and yes, I experienced the worst of it when my longtime VP, my most valuable employee, simply vanished after a 3-day holiday weekend. All that knowledge, all those relationships, gone. I've walked a mile in your shoes and understand the stress of being a business owner. That experience is exactly what led me to build Digital Workforce 360, because I came to understand one fundamental truth about business in today's 24/7 world. 24/7 responsiveness is today's competitive advantage and tomorrow's minimum business requirement. Not maybe, not someday, today, right now. And the businesses that embrace that truth are dominating their markets. Today on Always on AI, we're covering 5 stories reshaping the business landscape right now. Exactly what an AI expert employee is, the first AI employee every business should deploy, a real-world case study, and your 5 action items before next week's episode. Let's get into it. Time for This Week in AI, where we break down the stories that matter most to your business right now. Story 1. Gartner's 2026 AI Report. If you haven't heard the term agentic AI yet, get familiar fast. Gartner's 2026 Technology Priorities Report lists autonomous AI agents as the single most important technology investment for enterprise business this year. Not cloud, not cybersecurity, AI agents. What does that mean for you? It means the biggest companies in the world, your largest competitors, are deploying AI systems that don't just answer questions. They take action. They qualify leads. They book and confirm appointments. They resolve service issues autonomously around the clock. The question isn't whether this technology is coming. It's here. The question is, are you going to adopt it or watch your competitors use it to take your customers? Story 2. McKinsey 2026 Global AI Report. McKinsey's 2026 AI report shows that 78% of companies are now regularly using AI in at least one business function. That's up from 55% just 2 years ago. Nearly 80% of businesses are using AI right now. Here's the number that should keep you up at night. Companies that have fully integrated AI into customer-facing operations are reporting an average 34% reduction in customer response time and a 28% increase in new opportunity conversions. Not a marginal improvement, a transformation. Businesses still on the sidelines, still saying, "We'll look at this next quarter," are already 18 months behind. Story 3. The 21x New Opportunity Response Study. This one isn't new, but in 2026 it has become more relevant, not less. Harvard Business Review's landmark study, now validated by multiple follow-up research projects, confirmed that new opportunities responded to immediately are 21 times more likely to convert than opportunities where a business waited even 30 minutes to respond. 21 times. And here's the brutal reality. According to the latest data, the average small to mid-sized business takes more than 47 hours, that's nearly 2 days, to follow up on a new opportunity. Meanwhile, a 24/7 AI expert employee responds immediately every time, at 2 p.m. or 2 a.m. No exceptions. That's not a competitive advantage. That's competitive annihilation. Story 4. Salesforce Q1 2026 report. Salesforce announced that its AI agents handled 3 billion customer interactions in the first quarter of 2026. 3 billion customer interactions in one quarter. What does that tell us? AI agents are no longer a novelty. They are the new standard for customer engagement at scale. The largest businesses in the world have already made the switch. The infrastructure is proven. The results are documented. Now it's filtering down to every business of every size, including yours. Story 5. Even in this digital world and despite email, text, and social media, 92% of business interactions still begin with a phone call. And here's the tragedy. Studies show that 62% of first-time business callers hang up upon reaching voicemail, and 85% of callers who don't get an immediate response will never call back. They move on immediately, usually to the next business in the Google search results. That's your competitor. Even worse, 78% of consumers do business with the first business that responds. Not the best, not the biggest, not the cheapest, just the first business that responds. If you're missing just 5 calls a week, less than 1 per day, that's 260 missed new opportunities a year. At even a modest average value per customer, you could be leaving 6 figures on the table every single year. This is why the 24/7 AI receptionist is the first AI expert employee most businesses deploy, because it eliminates the biggest weight gap in business, the voicemail weight gap. That's this week in AI. Now let's get into the main event. All right, deep dive time. Today we're answering the foundational question. What exactly is a 24/7 AI expert employee? I talk to business owners every week, and there is so much confusion in the market. People hear AI and think of chatbots. They think of those frustrating phone trees where you press 1 for sales, press 2 for support, press 3 for accounting, press 4 to hear these options again, then yell representative into the phone for 3 minutes. That is not what we're talking about. An AI expert employee is a fully trained, role-specific artificial intelligence agent cloned from your business expertise that performs real business functions autonomously, continuously, and at a level of expertise that rivals your best human employee. Let me say that again with emphasis on 3 ideas. Fully trained. Your AI employee is trained on your business, your services, your pricing, your FAQs, your policies, your brand voice, and your objection handling. It doesn't give generic answers. It sounds like your company because it is your company. Role specific. This isn't a general AI assistant that does a little of everything. An AI expert employee has a job, a defined function, and a set of responsibilities. An AI receptionist answers calls your staff can't. An AI reviews and reputation manager handles the review process from start to finish. The AI website concierge engages website visitors via voice or text and turns your website into a sales machine instead of a passive brochure. Specific roles. Specific expertise. Autonomous. This is the game changer. Your AI expert employees don't wait for instructions. They take action. They respond. They engage. They qualify, book and confirm appointments. And they follow up on their own while you sleep. 24/7 responsiveness is today's competitive business advantage and tomorrow's minimum business requirement. I want to stop here and drive home the principle that everything we do at Digital Workforce 360 is built on. This isn't just a tagline. This is a business law. 24/7 responsiveness is today's competitive advantage and tomorrow's minimum business requirement. The business that responds first wins 78% of the time. It doesn't matter if you have a better product. It doesn't matter if you're cheaper. It doesn't matter if you've been in business longer. If your competitor responds at midnight and you don't, they get the opportunity. Period. Here's what the data tells us. In 2026, a lead responded to immediately has a 95% chance of conversion. Under 5 minutes, 80%. 30 minutes, 40%. Next business day, 5%. Then they're completely gone. The speed of response equals the speed of revenue. That is not a metaphor. That is math. And the only way to achieve true 24/7 customer responsiveness as a business without a massive staff and payroll is through 24/7 AI expert employees. The 24/7 AI receptionist. Here's the question I get asked most often. Bob, where do I start? Which AI employee do I deploy first? My answer is always the same. Start with the AI receptionist. Voicemail calls are the single most expensive silent killer in your business. 92% of business interactions start with a phone call. Not email, not text, a phone call. 62% of first-time business callers hang up upon reaching voicemail, and 85% of callers who don't get an immediate response will never call back. They go to your competitor. If you think this doesn't apply to your business, count how many voicemail hang-ups you had last week. Every one of those hang-ups is a potential new customer who tried to give you money, but you didn't respond. And the voicemail weight gap is just one of 3 weight gaps that are sabotaging your marketing. The 24/7 AI receptionist changes everything. It answers every call your staff can't, at 2 p.m., at 2 a.m., on holidays, during your busiest lunch rush, and while you're in a meeting. Every call gets answered 24/7. It engages the caller in a natural, conversational way, trained on your business. It is professional, knowledgeable, and friendly. It qualifies the opportunity by asking the right questions. It handles objections using scripts and knowledge trained specifically for your business. It speaks 10 languages and handles multiple calls at once. It qualifies, books, and confirms appointments directly to your calendar in real time. It records and transcribes every conversation, sends real-time staff notifications, and escalates to you or your team if human interaction is required. No guessing. No making things up. You stay in control. Businesses that have deployed the AI receptionist saw an immediate, measurable impact on booked new opportunities within the first 30 days. The AI receptionist isn't just an efficiency tool. It's a 24/7 revenue recovery system. The think, do, learn architecture. Let me give you a peek under the hood, because understanding how a 24/7 AI expert employee works will help you understand why it is fundamentally different from the chatbots and phone trees of the past. A 24/7 AI expert employee operates on what I call the think, do, learn loop, 3 layers working together in real time. Think. When a customer calls or a website visitor engages, your AI employees analyze the input. What is this person asking? What do they need? What was our prior conversation about? What is the best response given my training? Do. The AI takes action. It engages and responds to the caller or website visitor. It captures their details and reason for the call or visit, qualifies, books, and confirms the appointment. It updates the CRM and notifies staff. It escalates to a human if needed. Action, not just information. Learn. Every interaction makes the system smarter. Every conversation adds context. Every edge case gets logged. Your AI employees don't just maintain the knowledge base. They refine it over time. Think, do, learn. Continuously, around the clock. No days off. The team. The Digital Workforce 360 solution isn't just a receptionist. It's a team. We deploy 3 core AI expert employees to provide 24/7 customer responsiveness. The AI receptionist answers every call that your team can't, answers questions, handles objections, qualifies callers, books and confirms appointments, updates the CRM, and notifies staff. This is probably your first AI expert employee. The AI website concierge turns your website from a passive brochure into a 24/7 sales machine. It engages and has a conversation with every website visitor by voice or text. It engages, answers questions, responds immediately, qualifies, books, and confirms appointments. The AI website concierge works with the AI receptionist to immediately book opportunities on your calendar. It syncs to your calendar, never double books, and never misses a follow-up. The AI Reviews and Reputation Manager automatically requests Google reviews from customers, reminds reviewers who do not create a review, monitors 50-plus review platforms, responds to every reviewer promptly and professionally in your brand voice. Online reviews are today's word-of-mouth recommendation, and here is how important they are. 96% of buyers read reviews before choosing a business, 68% only consider businesses with at least a 4-star rating, 47% skip businesses with less than 20 reviews, and 74% only consider reviews that are less than 3 months old. The AI Reviews and Reputation Manager protects your reputation and grows your review profile. 3 roles. 1 team. Working 24/7. No payroll. No HR headaches. No sick days. No 2-week notices. This is a team of 24/7 AI expert employees working with your staff to cover the gaps your staff is not available for. Now let's make this real. I don't want this to be theoretical. I want you to see exactly what the difference looks like in practice. 2 restaurants. Same city. Same cuisine. Same price point. Let's call them Restaurant A and Restaurant B. Restaurant A is run by a hardworking owner named Maria. She has been in the restaurant business for 12 years. Great food. Loyal regulars. But Maria and her team are slammed. Lunch rush, dinner service, and catering inquiries coming in at all hours. Maria does her best, but she's human. Her staff is human. At 10 p.m., when the kitchen closes, the phones go to voicemail. Restaurant B opened 18 months ago. It is newer and less established, but its owner made one critical decision. On day 1, she deployed an AI receptionist and a full team of AI expert employees. Every call answered, every inquiry responded to, every catering request quoted and followed up with immediately, 24 hours a day. Here's what happened over the next 6 months. Restaurant A missed an average of 9 calls per day during peak hours and after closing. That's more than 1,600 missed calls in 6 months. At an average table value of $85 and a 50% conversion rate, that's potentially $139,000 left on the table. Restaurant B answered every one of their calls. Its catering bookings increased 18% in 6 months. It outranked Restaurant A on Google because its AI Reviews and Reputation Manager was automatically requesting reviews and replying to every reviewer. When a potential customer called on a Saturday night, they received a live AI response, a quote, and a reservation booking immediately. Same city, same food, same price, different result because of one decision. 24/7 responsiveness is today's competitive advantage. Maria's story doesn't have to be your story, but you have to make the decision. Always On AI is sponsored by Digital Workforce 360, the company I founded specifically to solve the weight gap problems we've been talking about today. At Digital Workforce 360, we deploy a team of AI expert employees for your business. Your AI receptionist, AI website concierge, and the Reviews and Reputation Manager, all trained specifically on your business, all working 24/7. And here's our exclusive guarantee. If your review profile and new opportunity conversions aren't clearly better within 60 days, you don't pay for the prior month, and we work for free until they are clearly better. We are 100% confident in our 24/7 customer responsiveness solution. Learn more at www.digitalworkforce360.com. That brings us to the briefing, your 5 key takeaways from today's episode. 1. An AI expert employee is not a chatbot. It is a fully trained, role-specific autonomous AI agent that performs real business functions 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 2. 24/7 responsiveness is today's competitive advantage and tomorrow's minimum business requirement. The business that responds first wins the customer 78% of the time. Speed of response equals speed of revenue. 3. Start with the AI receptionist. 92% of business interactions start with a phone call. 62% of first-time business callers hang up upon reaching voicemail, and 85% of callers that are not immediately responded to will never call back, and will probably tell others about how unresponsive your business is. 4. The think, do, learn architecture is what separates 24/7 AI expert employees from everything that came before them. They don't just answer, they act. They don't just act, they learn continuously and autonomously. 5. The window is closing. 78% of enterprise companies are already using AI. Businesses moving now are building their review profile, booking more new opportunities, and recovering revenue while their competitors sleep. Your next step is to watch why reviews, voicemail, and website forms are killing your new opportunities. Our free on-demand webinar available at www.digitalworkforce360.com/webinar. Coming up on episode 2 of Always on AI, we're going deep on reviews in today's 24/7 digital world. You don't want to miss it. I'm Bob Frazier, and this has been Always on AI, the podcast for businesses that refuse to lose. I'll see you soon. Remember, 24/7 responsiveness is today's competitive business advantage and tomorrow's minimum business requirement. Make it yours and check out the webinar.